What is going on, everybody? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys an MLB and NBA combo video of my DFS podcast here today. Thought, with 11 games on the main slate for MLB and 3 NBA playoff games tonight, I thought I would talk about both sports and guys that I like for value. Baseball, I'm going to be able to rip through it, very quickly. It's almost identical to the video yesterday. There's just no reason to not have the same exact approach on tonight's slate. We absolutely destroyed the main slate. Stacked that Coors game. DeGrom got hurt. Still got 27 points. He was so high owned. It didn't end up mattering because, those Pirates scored a bunch of runs. We're going to be on the same exact method here tonight. So give this video a like. I am giving you guys a free Guru Credit promo code at the end of my MLB picks and before my NBA picks. Again, just give this video a like. It's going to be for 15 Guru Credits. Let's look to have another awesome MLB main slate and attack this 3-game NBA slate as well tonight. So there's no weather to worry about tonight. We got Coors, like I said, and it's going to be the same plays as yesterday. We're going to be spending up on pitcher like DeGrom. Instead of DeGrom, it's Spencer Strider today at 10,800. He has 9 strikeouts in all 3 of his starts this year. The Padres, they have a good hitting team. San Diego is more of a pitcher's ballpark, but when you talk about stud pitchers, aces, who have a lot of strikeout stuff, I'm not usually worried about what team they face. This has a low over-under. I think Strider's upside is really high here tonight. We could see him easily drop over 40 fantasy points. Like yesterday, pitching's tough. Stroman has an awesome matchup in Oakland, but he's 11,000. If you wanted to get different, you could go with Stroman. He doesn't have, nearly the strikeout upside that Strider does. But he has looked good over the first 3 games of the year. And then it's just kind of a toss-up as you go down the list. Logan Gilbert, maybe not a bad play either. The Brewers strike out a good amount. He's at home. But these guys are all still pretty expensive. Eovaldi might not be a bad play in Kansas City, but he got tagged by the Royals last time out. I like Spencer Strider the most here tonight because they still haven't adjusted the Coors Field prices. So we're going to go right in. It's going to be quick. It's the same 4 guys as yesterday. Jerickson Profar only got, I think 9. He had 2 hits. So he was out of the bunch. Not so great. But he should be leading off again tonight. He's against the righty Vince Velasquez. And again, this game just has a higher over-under than every other game on this slate. There's no reason not to just stack this game. These guys are too cheap. This might be the last time we see cheap prices on these guys. Ke'Bryan Hayes, they have him projected for 5th in the lineup. He led off last night. He could easily lead off again against Jose Urena. We know how bad Urena is for the Rockies. I expect fireworks in this game once again tonight. Hayes at 2,900, criminally low. Chris Bryant, 3,100, hit his first Coors Field home run last night. Everyone's like, oh yeah, a whole year later he didn't hit a home run at Coors Field, at his home field for a full season. It's like, dude, the guy was hurt like the whole year. Like, people are so dumb, man. But it was good to see him get one on the board at Coors Field as a Rocky. There's going to be plenty more of those to come if he stays healthy. That is a pretty big if, but looked great last night. He was the only Rocky that wanted to hit the ball and get on base. 3 for 4, home run, double, 34 fantasy points. Look for him in all of your lineups again here tonight at 3,100. It's just a no-brainer pick. And then McCutchen homered last night, 3,600. Him and Brian Reynolds definitely pull the most or the highest salaries here. I think Reynolds is 4,400 again. McCutchen 36. Same reasons as yesterday. I'm just kind of beating the dead horse here, saying things over and over again. Just pick these Coors guys. These are the exact same 4 hitters I had in my video yesterday, and if you followed those video plays, you should have done really, really well. So let's jump over to NBA, but before we do that, I'll give you that promo code. Go to my website, fd-guru.com. Go to my shop page. These are where you buy all of the Guru credits, the coins that you use on my lineups. There is a coupon bar on the top. You got to type in Coors Field. Nice little segue. I love that game tonight. So all caps, Coors Field, apply coupon. You'll get 15 free Guru credits. You must be signed in to your FD Guru username, and those credits will automatically go into your balance. Again, I do FanDuel, DraftKings, Yahoo, Prize Picks, Sportsbooks, parlay slips from FanDuel Sportsbooks. So do a lot of stuff for MLB and NBA at this time of year. So those coins will be able to get used. For NBA, 3-game slate tonight. We're going to have a lot of 3-game slates, I think, for the rest of the week. Last night was just a 2-game slate, a little bit tougher to judge. That third game, it just adds those extra players that you need to kind of diversify yourself from other DFS players. So for point guard, we're going right back to Darius Garland. He's just always going to look like a good play if he's 7,500 or lower. He's going to play a shit ton of minutes. He played 43 minutes last game. Only got 28.5 fantasy points, but he was just not needed. Donovan Mitchell got really hot shooting the ball, and when Mitchell gets hot, he just brings the ball up. He doesn't pass it. He shoots it. No one else records stats when Donovan Mitchell gets hot, and that's fine. There's always that risk, but tonight I do expect more from Garland. I do not expect him to get no rebounds and only 1 assist. He should be a little bit more involved. I do think the Knicks will make it more of a priority to try to double team Donovan Mitchell. Garland, he's still a fantastic guard, and he should do well tonight. And his price, he needs 36 fantasy points to hit value. He's averaging 37, so he looks like a pretty damn good play on this slate. Shooting guard now. I liked this play earlier today when Josh Hart was doubtful. Now Josh Hart is questionable, so we're getting a little bit of that PTSD from the regular season with the NBA injury reports. It's been pretty good so far this playoffs, but that Josh Hart going from doubtful to questionable is just annoying. Hopefully we get more news on that, but if you played NBA DFS all year, you know that if a guy goes from questionable to doubtful, there's a way higher chance they don't play. If a guy goes from doubtful to questionable, I would probably lean, like 60-40 on them playing because they're in the right direction. It is a playoff game. His ankle probably wasn't feeling as bad as they thought it would today. So even if Hart plays, Quentin Grimes is going to be a good play regardless. There's not a lot of cheap value on these 3-game playoff slates. 4,800, he needs like 22 fantasy points, but anything around 20 is going to be fine. He's going to allow us to spend up on other guys. You do have to pick some uncomfortable sub 5,000 guys. You're going to have to get used to that all playoffs because that's just the method to the madness, is hoping that these, cheaper guys, step up because these are all good teams. They all have stars. These scrubs do not get involved as much. There's not really any injuries like the regular season, like say when James Wiseman is out for the shitty Detroit Pistons and then you have like a 5,000 Marvin Bagley and you're like, oh, well, I got to play him. You don't really see that kind of method in the playoffs because everyone's healthy. These teams are good. They have stars. It's a little uncomfortable, but he plays minutes. He starts. Would obviously look a lot better with no Josh Hart. And if Josh Hart is ruled out, another guy who becomes a must play, I'll give you a little bonus play. It's got to be Emmanuel Quickley. Quickley is going to see a lot more time on the court if Josh Hart is out. So at 5,600, he's already a big piece off of this bench. We can expect him to see low 20s in minutes tonight. Not looking good if Hart plays. But if Hart's out, Quickley will be worth a look at 5,600. Small forward, I made the mistake. I don't even want to say I made the mistake, but ended up making a mistake thinking that Isaac Okoro was going to start for the Suns. They have a 10 o'clock game, so we don't get that starting lineup. Didn't think I'd have to worry about it. Okoro did not start last game, and he played like 3 minutes off the bench. So we're going to completely put Okoro in. I keep saying Okoro. It's not I'm thinking of the Cavs right now. Holy shit! I just forgot his name. Hold on a second. Let me correct myself. My computer would actually load. But either way, Torrey Craig started last game, so we're gonna go with him. Jesus, it's a Koji, not a Kuro. I guess that's kind of similar, so I'm gonna defend myself a little bit. But Josh Okogie had been starting for the Suns all year long and played like 3 minutes off the bench, so he's, we're gonna forget about him. Craig started, played really well. We can assume him to start again. He was hitting threes. 4,700 needs, low 20s in fantasy points to hit value. 25 plus minutes going to look really good on him. He actually is pretty good with stocks too. He usually gets a block or a steal, like 2 of them a game. We saw him get 4 blocks a few games ago against the Lakers. So the upside is there. If we can assume that he's starting like he did last game, he's gonna look like a pretty comfortable sub $5,000 player, and he will become a popular guy. A lot of people were on Okogie in game 1 thinking he would start, but that does not seem to be the case, at least in the game plan against the Clippers in round 1 for the Suns. Let me go back off of these games. For power forward, we're going to go to Jarrett Allen. You can't really go wrong with either Cavs big man. I'm probably going to go with Allen on cash, Evan Mobley on GPP, just because Evan Mobley's a little bit more expensive. He's 7,500. Allen 7,200. He had the better game in game 1 against the Knicks. 14 and 14. This guy's a rebounding machine. He's going to play all the minutes he can handle. These Cavs big guys are going to play 40 minutes basically every game in this playoff. So he looks really good at 7,200. He needs 36 fantasy points. If you wanted to put Allen and Mobley on the same team, I'm definitely not against it. They can both hit value. They're both going to play a ton of minutes alongside each other, obviously. And they are, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're the best front court in the NBA. Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley together are absolute monsters. I like both of them a lot. I'm going to favor Allen just a little bit more because he's $300 less, and he had a better game 1 than Mobley. And then for center, let's go to Clint Capella. We've seen his price drop down below 6,000, 5,900. He played 26 minutes against the Celtics. That's about what we can expect, 26 to 30 minutes, anywhere in there. And even if he gets 26 minutes, he can be much higher than a fantasy point per minute kind of guy. He gets a ton of rebounds, runs into blocks, needs 28 fantasy points to hit value. He's been right around that marker for a while now, so he looks like a really safe play at center. I'm definitely going to be targeting Clint Capella tonight for the Hawks. That'll do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the combo sport video between MLB and NBA. Enjoy those credits. Again, promo code on my site, on the shop page, Coors Field in all caps. Give this video a like. Make sure you're subscribed. And I'll be seeing you guys next time. Peace.